Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I'm not out fishing again, but I'll come up with this idea and then show you some of my favorite marks in and around the Merseyside, and show you where do I park when I go to the mark, how do I fish it, what tide, rig, baits, and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you pick up some tips and hints and try it yourself. Obviously this is just going off my experience fishing these marks. Some people might have a different opinion. So yeah, let's get on to the first mark. Okay guys, so first mark is Derby Pull, New Brighton. Let's zoom in. When I go on this mark, I usually park along here, all free parking, and all along here, free parking as well. Just be careful, don't park anywhere here, it's disabled, obviously if you got a blue badge, no problem. But this particular parking gets quite busy, even during the week, with the dog walkers and all sorts. So there's another option I usually park is a pub here, Harvester Pub, and it's a massive car park, always a room here I find. So all free as well, all free parking. Right, parking sorted, now let's get on the beach. In the winter, this time of year, I usually do 2 hours before and 2 hours after low tide. Species, you get usual whiting, flounder. I never caught a cod here, so I'm not sure. There might be if you're lucky. And yeah, that's it really in the winter. Bait wise, I usually go for blow look. Reason being is just full of blow look bets around here, so fish feeds on them. In the summer, if the conditions right, southeasterly or northwesterly, I do like light fishing here on a flooding tide, about 4 hours before high tide and 1 hour after. It gets very shallow here after the high tide, but I would say the bait is kind of essential here. Rig wise, 1 up, 1 down, any flopper rigs will do well here. For bass and flatties. In the summer you get a nice place around here as well. Yeah, this is the first mark. Let's go on to the second one. It's Harrison Drive. Same again, all free parking, all along here, all along here, and all along here. How to fish this mark? You can fish all along, all the way down to the double slips is the best spots, all along here. How to fish? Yeah, bigger tide seems to produce better fish, and then if there's a little bit of a movement, a bit swell out there, always best. Winter times, whiting, usual whiting, flatties, dabs, flounders. You do get codling out of here. I have done quite well on this particular mark. I managed good few codling out of here as well. The bait choice, blow look again, but black look works as well. But the blow look, my go-to bait on this particular mark. Rig wise, I always done very well with the one up, one down floppy rigs. Hook size depends what you're targeting. I mainly go for 3.0 or 4.0 in the winter, and in the summer, if I'm fishing for bass, you do get a nice sized bass around here, up to 6 pounds I've heard. I've never caught, the biggest one was 43, 44 centimeters for me, but there's some nice bass around here in the summer if you get the conditions right, southeasterly or northwesterly wind, mainly between 10 to 20 mile an hour wind, and then the ideal condition for bass. Yeah, when can you fish it? If it's a big tide, you could possibly get away with it 3 hours before high tide. If not, 2.5 hours when you can actually fish, and fish it down all the way up, and then fish it 2 hours down. Yeah, nice little spot around here for, well, mainly summer venue, but you can catch fish around here. The usual whiting and flatties, odd codlins. Yeah, this was the second mark. Let's go on to the third mark, not far from here. Mighty Perch Rock, one of my favourite fishing mark, summer and the winter. I can't remember blanking on this particular mark. The fish is so good, probably one of the best around the Merseyside. Parking, plenty of parking around here, all along here. If this is full, obviously if it's a sunny day, loads of gets really busy, but plenty of parking. Like I said before, all free parking all along here, guys. Park up, summer or winter, doesn't matter. I tend to fish. I park up, walk along the side here, in the lighthouse. The prime spot is here, facing the green buoy here. There's a green buoy around here, so face that green buoy and cast towards it. There's a channel there where this is a good mark for ray fishing, thornback rays. The last couple of years they've staying around all year round now, but obviously in the summer up to November they're in numbers, thornback rays. This time of year, we're in just gone New Year now, into the first week. This time of year you still get thornback rays, loads of whitings, dabs, odd codlins. Rig wise, just normal good old faithful flappy rigs for whiting, dabs, and I just use pulley panel rigs for the rays. Big baits. Bait wise, if you want whiting, dab, obviously worm baits, any worm baits will do, even mackerel strips or squid strip for whitings, and for the rays, blue and the squid wrap, it does really well. Size of hooks, the personal preference, so up to you what size hooks you want to use, but I usually use around 4 or 5 big hooks, big baits, hopefully big fish. This mark, it produced some really good size fish, and it throws up some surprise fish as well. Congers recently, pullers, yeah, just normal toneback rays, whiting, dabs, and if you're lucky you might get into a bass in the summer. I've only ever caught one, but yeah, I think I've covered everything. How you fish it: 3 hour down and 1 hour up. Reason being is this is the mouth of the River Mersey, so once the tide gets going here, it rips through. So after an hour of low tide, you get you can't hold the bottom with 8, even 10 ounce. So you could possibly push it with 2 hour after low on a neat tide, but after that you need to be careful as well. There's a big gully behind this lighthouse. Fills in before. There's a massive sandbank here. This is it for this episode, guys. Hope you find it useful and pick some tips. Look out for the second episode, which will be soon. If you enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. As always, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.